Hey guys, Janice Petteway, Director of Brokerage Development for Exit Realty Corp International. Hope you're having an awesome day. Just wanted to talk to you about some data that I've been delving into in the last week, and it's about new construction. And it seems that across North America that the biggest uptick that I can see in purchasing going pending deals has been in new construction. And it's interesting because it's not really showing that it's to be built new construction. The largest percentage looks like it's spec homes that are either finished or almost finished. So what does that tell you? I share what it tells me, and hopefully you guys will agree. We've have a lot of people that have been sheltering in place for the last 45 or 60 days, unprecedented time at home, right? So what happens, do you think, when someone has purchasing power, but they've been on the fence, just kind of not really sure that they want to do it yet, meaning that they're probably a first-time home buyer, or they're in their first home and they're able to upgrade, but they just haven't really had a big reason. Well, after they've been home for a while, I'm guessing that they have figured out that where they've had to shelter in place is not as comfortable as they would like if they ever have to do it again. It's really pointed out, I think, for a lot of people, the things that they either absolutely adore about where they live or the things that they really don't adore. So that is pushing people to get out and start exploring, not only for new construction, but that seems to be the biggest uptick right now. Um, but the people just looking online at houses is also, the traffic on most sites is pretty good right now. So I don't want you to negate that totally, but I want you to pay attention to what this is telling, what I believe it's telling us as professionals. If people are looking at spec homes, new construction, do you think maybe it might be because they perceive them to be less germy? They perceive the fact that having homes that people have lived in are going to definitely have more risk of um, contamination as far as germs, that versus a brand new house. Now, well, we all know that people work on new construction, but you get why they would think that, and it does make sense. So how do you deal with that right now? If I was you, I would really be delving into what is new around you. And if it's 30 or 40 minutes away, I still would delve into it so that you could test the market. Ask if you can post some videos, post some pictures, post some pricing. New home construction people usually say, well, heck yes. Find out what's available. If there isn't anything available, then don't stop. You're just going to go, a little bit further to the left or the right to figure this out. It's never a dead end. If there isn't anything that's a spec, you're just going to call around and find out what is their time to build and what happens when one of their homes falls out. I think we're going to see some of that with new construction. People that had something under construction through the last, say, 4, 5, 6 months, some of them maybe their job has changed or they've lost it, unfortunately. And when that home gets done, they basically have to certify that they're, still able to qualify. And I believe that we'll see some fallouts in the next little bit. So unfortunately, I hate when that happens, but could you be the person that gets that phone call? So you would just simply get to know the person in the new home community, and the conversation would be, Sally, I don't know what happens in your community when something falls out, but I seem to always have buyers that are more of the instant gratification type. And I just want to be the person, or at least on your list, that you call when you believe one of your homes that is done or very near completion looks like it's not going to be able to close. I know it would be good for everybody if we could pop a contract in immediately on that home that would then hopefully never go into your spec group and keep your builder happy and keep you happy and help my clientele as well. Can I give you my direct phone number? And can you put me on that list? I don't think they're going to tell you no. They may already have people on that list, but just ask to be added, please. And then ask who they use for financing and say, will you just let me know if there's ever a time that you really think that I need to have buyers at least pre-qualified with that particular lender, because if I can get them a little bit ahead of the curve and something falls out in this community, I would like to be 50% in the door instead of just like everybody else, just stepping over the threshold. I hope that makes sense to you. There's so much you can do. There's also things you can do with used products. So if this data is telling us that people might be concerned about a clean house, new house versus not, I would suggest that you find out in your area what companies can go in and guarantee a really big, deep clean, that including AC vents and duct work and all of that kind of stuff that could give some kind of certification that the house is virus free. I don't even know what could happen to your business if you became proactive in that. So let me know how that goes. Hope you have a great day. See you tomorrow.